I was diagnosed with HIV 5 years ago. It was my nightmare becoming reality. I couldn't believe it, and I didn't want anyone to know about it. The only person I could talk to about was my doctor. My doctor helped me with understanding my condition better. I've come to learn that HIV is not a death sentence. I also learned that when I take my treatment every day, I can live a healthy life. I can no longer infect anyone else with HIV. I know now that my condition is not a threat to anyone else. That's why I feel free to share my HIV status. I told my sister about it, and she accepts it without fear. You equals you means undetectable equals uninfectious. I have HIV, but I cannot pass it on to you when I take my medicine. Don't fear me. I'm healthy.
'Cause you equals you, undetectable equals untransmittable.
Well, Mantle Zorikis, at this period in time of the coronavirus epidemic, our kids are now home. They are not going to school. They are not going on logier. It's very heavy and very difficult for us as Mantle Zorikis. How do you explain to a child with special needs about this situation? Our kids are getting more upset. They don't understand why they are home now. They don't get it. When they are upset, we are also stressing up. I know most of Mantle Zorik out there, we are really going through a lot. But you are not alone. We are in this together. If you have any questions, you need help, you don't know what to do, Markant is there to help. You can reach Markant from Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock till 12. Their telephone number will be on the screen. You can call them.
So, is that what you'll be using your money for? And even look, instead of you to clean the house, you are on the computer again, be styling. Look, I'm talking to you.
I can do what I want.
Amma, look at me when I'm talking to you. I don't like it. I don't like it. All these letters are yours from the incasso. Will you shut the computer down as I'm talking to you? See, you don't even respect me.
I'm old enough.
You're old enough in my house.
I can do what I want.
Wow. Where is your mom, baby? Where?
I'm tired.
And the boxes too. Look at all these letters. From Ingaso for Amma.
Hey, Yama again.
Why?
Do you know how many times?
What?
Do you know how many times I've been downstairs today? This is the third time. I can't go again. Always, boss. Pass. It's too much for me. Amma, what is going on, honey?
It's your daughter. Ask her.
Amma, what are you doing with all these things? All the time, ordinary things. Why? Amma, you are growing and you are not my child, eh? You're not my kid.
It's my own money. I can do what I want.
That is what she told me. That is what she told me. She wasn't even listening to me.
So
She wasn't even listening to me.
it has reached this point. My God, Amma, it's your own money.
Of course.
You see? You heard her. See? She doesn't even care. Still on
Amma,
the computer. I told
Your
her
daddy
to-
is talking to you and you are still on the computer. What are you doing?
I told her to shut up.
Amma, what are you doing on the computer?
I'm buying things.
Buying things?
Yes.
Hey, everybody Yakupon.
Oh, God damn it.
Amma, what is wrong with you? Always buy. You have a lot of shoes, a lot of bags. What else do you want again, Amma?
It's just for the fun.
Amma, stop the computer and look at me. Eyeball to eyeball. What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
See? Nothing. You see? Nothing. She just spent her money just like that. Just uselessly like that. Look behind you. Just look behind you. Letters from Incasso.
Oh, God.
And I don't know what she bought.
Amma, will you stop? Hey, Amma. So, you don't want to listen to your parents anymore? It has come over you, Amma. Is someone inducing you?
No.
You don't understand, Andy.
Hey, sweetheart. No.
We need to do something about it.
Sure.
This is getting out of hand. No. I can't. This is getting out of hand. We need to do something.
Amma.
I'm leaving this house.
Eh?
Hey. She don't even respect us.
No, is it no. Is it something real?
I'm even surprised. Hey, Amma has grown wings, eh?
I don't know that.
What has come over here?
Mia kaza be baba. Ade na.
I forgot my phone.
So,
Bel me niet.
where's she going?
Bel me niet. I'm leaving.
Hey, Amma,
Yeah.
you've done something wrong. And as your parent, we are talking to you. And you are working out on us.
Why? Why are you starting? Waarom
I'm
schreeuw je?
shouting.
Waarom? Waarom?
Yeah.
Die schoen die ik heb gekocht is niet eens zo duur. It's not that expensive. Ah.
Heb je de prijs gekeken?
Ja. Niet zo duur hoor. Mijn vriendin haar schoen kost €1000. En de vader schreeuwt niet eens.
Ja, maar your friend is niet jou.
Maybe your friend, maybe their parents, they have money.
Yes.
Maybe we don't have money, mama.
Friend is niet jou.
Hey.
So what must you get whatever your friend gets?
Nee.
So,
It's my money.
it's you see?
Ama. I'm even surprised.
So, no, can you tell me the reason why? Look,
Omdat ze me accepteren. The dressing. How I dress. They accept me.
Who accept you?
My friends.
Hey.
so you dress to please your friends.
Yeah.
Ama,
Ama, you're just 18 years old.
Ama, why?
Yeah. Sorry.
See,
Mensen van me houden. Jullie houden blijkbaar niet van mij. Dus mijn vrienden wel.
Hey.
so you mean we don't love you? Your friends love you more than us. We your parents.
Ja.
See,
Hey.
I'm doing
Hey.
something as your parents were speaking to you. You walk out and I said, even standing behind us, speaking to us. See? And you don't even show any. I don't know. Is that how you are going to live your life? Be stealing, be stealing, be stealing?
Laat maar.
I will not be in here and someone will be in here. What is all this?
Debbie, Ogohin.
You asking me?
Hey, if I do it, you feel.
Do you know how many times I've been at dances today? This is the third time.
The earlier the better we put this. I don't know what to do to get hold of a bank account. I don't know what to do and how to do it. Is there any way?
I don't think,
I think
so. She's 18 years now. We can't force, I mean, we can't go through her things too much.
at that time she should be responsible.
I'm has groovings.
Why Shaniama?
The last time I went with her outside for shopping, see how Amma was approaching boys.
Eh?
She was approaching them. And how she was behaving, making herself like she's madam by herself. I was like, hey Amma, she don't even think that she was with me. Ah, honey, I'm suspecting Amma. Because the other time I caught her on the computer.
Doing what?
She was chatting with someone. Yeah.
Chatting.
And the moment I entered, she just closed everything. Say, Amma, what
So
were you doing?
You mean she was on a dating site?
Yes, exactly. You know,
And it's catching Zemo.
you know me. You know I don't know much about computer. But this case nowadays.
Well, it is. Obi Beka say agency. Dating site.
Yeah, Amma. She quickly closed everything. Amma, what are you doing? No.
I think we need to look for help somewhere because we're there.
If we don't take care. Hey, Amma.
Debbie.
Amma surprised me. How come, Amma?
Debbie.
Honey, you have to do something. Even my bank statement, I don't have dime on it. Dime on it. Hey, how are you going to pay all these bills?
Sure, look. One, maybe if I'm mistaken to you, Utiha, you were sitting down here when she was telling me that it is her money. So if it is her money, let her face it.
And honey, if the incasso come to the house.
And can't you see? They've given her. It's a LACMA, okay?
Honey, it's our house, so we have to do something. We cannot. Someone is my leg check.
Check.
Oh.
It might be the income, maybe.
I don't think so. How?
Na me can is able. Ah. Hey. No. When I can fear, can only say my chua tina say my shutu man.
Honey,
Yes.
I'm from Markant.
Oh.
Hello.
She always look beautiful.
Oh, yes,
As usual, as you know. As you know. Oh God.
Hey,
Yeah, take it easy. Yeah.
you guys, be selling.
Oh. Ma'am, be steady.
Asamo.
Why is it something in that building?
Hey.
Please, do you like to drink something?
No. I'm just okay. I just passed by. How is Amma?
My dear sister, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Have you seen the way we all look?
Yeah, why? I feel some
I just
tension
came
around
from
it.
town. This, you can see the table. Amma be steady. Says I'm my friend. Amma be steady. What tea? Wait. Be steady on a computer, and there are letters in here that he has, like he bought things that she couldn't pay, and the incasso is after her now. Look on your left side. Otiha. She was sitting here. We were even speaking with her. She walked. Black man. We
So
see
she's the one doing all the ordering.
My dear sister.
Messi.
You know how many times I've been downstairs today? 3 times, just to collect her parcels. Why? Amma has changed. She has grown wings.
She said we
But
don't love
she's
her.
growing.
Her friends accept her the way she looks. Black man. And she walk away.
I'm sorry, but I think I can also blame you and your husband a bit. Because I remember when she was growing up and she was being diagnosed, you really didn't want to accept and get the help for her.
But how do you see her? She looks normal.
I know, but you know deep down that there were some question mark, you know. So when she was getting to 18, you should have been able to do the prevent food, you know, that you could have had the power to get control over her finances and things. Yeah, before 18 years, but now she's 18 years, and yeah.
So is it late now? Oh, we have chance.
So you can saw a social worker and talk to, but maybe what you have to do is, yeah, maybe go into therapy or something with her to help, because now she's mature that there's not much control you have. You are not, you don't have that authority.
Even the other time, the mother even caught her on a dating site.
Yeah.
And that is very serious because, you know, this case, you have to educate them, you know. As matters workers, there's so much we need to know. So that you think, oh, she's okay. But maybe if you are not careful, people can take advantage of her. You were telling me she was saying you don't love her. Maybe people are showing some kind of affection that she think that she's more accepted, you know. And then if you don't take, people will take advantage of her with the finances, with the money and everything. You have to get help to do.
If Rob Handicap. So can that make her order things anyhow?
Of course.
Hey!
Because how she is thinking is different. Though she's 18, but maybe her thinking is more not matured as 18-year-old.
My concern now is about the dating site. Because as you said, we know, right? But you see, she has changed. So you don't notice anything. So
she's growing.
Does she,
all these hormones and things are there. But you think that she's, yeah, maybe she don't have these feelings and things. They do have.
Oh.
You know, so if you don't educate her, people will abuse her. You have to start talking about her because you have these feelings. She has to get to know her body well, but you are not doing that. You just covered it, and they have also needs. You have to talk to her about the sexual health. It's very important. Maybe these dating things, if you are not careful, but they have this special dating sites for kids who are a little bit below their age, and they will help and guide her to have people at the same level where she is.
Hey.
And that is more, secured than not talking to her at all about sexuality and trying to take control of things you don't have control anymore because you didn't do all those arrangements before she's 18.
She has even taken over my computer, my laptop.
Yeah.
That is where she spent her time, everything. So I thought maybe, fine, if that is what will make you happy,
Hey, you have to be.
And she's so good in,
Yeah, she's smart.
Very, very smart.
She's smart. So please, try to get, maybe you can talk to the school, you can have a social help worker to help you through, and they can maybe link you also to all these organizations that can help. If not, as you are saying, you never know. They need to be educated. You have to talk to her about it. Please. Don't just ignore that, they have these needs also in place. I'm telling you. Be very careful before it gets out of hand. Because now friends can have much influence on her.
They have taken over.
Take advantage of.
They have taken over.
Yeah.
That is what she just told us and left.
Yeah. And she just wants to do things that she can be accepted.
Okay.
Yeah. And you need to get help for this. And the sexuality is very important.
So, Mr. Bandicam, as a parents, just educators, what can we do to help her?
Yeah.
Because they agreed here. It's,
Go to the school also and find out what is going on. With the school can also connect you to some social workers and things that you can get help for her. You can also call Markant also about the sexuality. Maybe they will know, because sometimes even with the kids or even with the boys with special needs, sometimes parents think that maybe because it's a special child he doesn't have it, but they can have erections and things, and there's so much that you have to prepare before they get to this stage. And when they are there, you have to talk to them more. Let them know more about her body. Let her know it's okay. But if you see her making this advance and you are always just stopping, then you are like putting in her head that it's something bad, But it's not bad. He has the feelings also. It's there.
Yeah, she's human.
Yes, human. Yeah. But you have to find a way to guide her to make the right choices. But don't just ignore it. Please. Please. Sometimes when the kids are growing and the doctors are telling you something, so we parents and we as Montessorians, we have to listen and try to get the help. But we just try not to accept the situation.
The fact.
And then if you are able to go to the court to do this in folder, you would have had this control over these finances. But you didn't do all that. But it's not too late.
We have no knowledge about it.
It's not too late because from the beginning you even refused to accept that there was a problem.
You're right.
Yeah. But it's not too late. There is still help out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the way it's going, we might lose her one time. And one day she will just walk out and will not return back home.
It's not too late. Get help. get
sure.
help. You are not
Definitely.
alone.
We are so grateful,
Yeah.
sister. Okay. We are so grateful. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you
Ow.
very much.
And then when she come home, arguing is not helping. Try to calm down and talk to her and find a way.
Honey, you heard her.
See, when I was even on my, she was just relaxing. She was just looking at me.
Yeah, because you don't get it. Get help.
We have learned a lot from you today. Different practical.
Thank you
You're so
very
grateful.
much. Thank you for enlightening me.
Bless you.
Because
It will be
true.
okay.
It's
It's
true. It's
not
our
too
fault.
late.
Yeah.
It's not too late. Yeah?
We
Because
should
if
have
you...
accept it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Really accept it. But nothing is late.
No,
So
it's
don't
not
worry.
too late.
Yeah.
But with this case, they are
I
so
don't want to lose
okay.
my daughter.
Yeah, you're not
You
going
know,
to lose it. Yeah.
You won't
Don't.
get help. Okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So,
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
very
Yeah.
much. I really appreciate it.
it will be okay.
I woke up the Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.
Well, viewers, it's time for the Mantle Zorek. This year is our time, and we are going to talk about things. My guest today will blow your minds off because we are going to talk about something that needs to be talked about. Everybody is quiet about it. We are just afraid to just go there. Today we will go there. Viewers, let me welcome my guest today and let's see what she has to tell us about sexual health when it comes to do with people with special needs. Stay tuned. Winky,
Yes.
you are welcome to GAM Television.
Thank you.
So nice to have you
Thanks.
and being open to really talk about this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's also very important to talk about.
It is.
Yes.
Tell my viewers a bit about yourself and what you do.
I'm Wieke Hengeveld. I work as a coordinator at Markant, a center of informal care. We support the mantelzorgers in the city. And I also did education in sexuality. So, well, I have some knowledge about sexuality, I guess, and sexual health. And especially in relation to people with special needs.
Yeah. Sexuality, people with special needs. What do you have to say about it?
Well, I think it's already a taboo to speak about sexuality in general.
In general, yeah.
Parents already find it difficult to discuss it with children without special needs. But when it comes to people with special needs, it's sometimes even more difficult because, well, you rather not talk about it because maybe if you talk about it, then they might start to have sex or something. But if we have a child with a special need or maybe a mental disability, so the child is around like 4 or 5 years old, socially, emotionally maybe, but the body is 17-year-old or 18-year-old. They have the same hormones, they have a grown-up body. So if you don't discuss this subject or don't talk about it, then the child feels all kinds of things, but doesn't know how to deal with it.
So the disability doesn't have nothing to do with sexuality.
No.
Their hormones and their feelings are that one is always normal.
Yes, in most cases,
In
yes.
most cases, yeah.
Yes, so mostly the body grows,
Yeah.
you know, and you get puberty. And sometimes you also notice this in behavior of children, that they get into puberty, even though they have a special need or a disability.
How do you explain to a child, I mean, who has special needs, who don't understand
Yes.
this?
So I think it always starts with discussing how does your body look like, what does your body do? You know, you can start with a drawing maybe, you know, these are your arms, this is your breast, this is your stomach, you know, but also this is your penis or this is your vagina or any other words you'd like to use for it. You should always consider what word feels good for you, and it's also a word that you can relate to with your child, you know, that feels comfortable. You know, some people like the word vagina, some people like the word puni, you know, pee-pee. There's all kinds of words for it. So, you know, think about what word would you like to use and would you like to learn your child. But if you teach your child what a leg is, why won't you teach him what a penis is?
It means you have to name it and you have
Yes.
to let your child know this is it and it's okay, because it's, we ignore that part of it.
Yes, but
You
it's
know?
part of the body, and you
Yeah.
shouldn't be ashamed of all parts of your body. You know, it's there. And also with us, without special needs, we have those body parts as
Yeah.
well. It's something normal you shouldn't be ashamed of. And you know, you don't want your child to feel very shocked when his penis is erect, for instance, and he doesn't know what it means, what happens.
Parents and as Montessorians, we think we do everything else, but we don't go there.
No.
Because I remember my son, just when he's sitting playing with
With his penis.
with his penis,
Yes.
and I'm like, I don't know, because he can't speak, he can't walk, and I'm like, what does he think? That they think like is it a spell hood that he think, oh, when I hold it, I have
Something in your
I
in the
feel
hand.
something, so it's nice to keep playing with it, and I feel so embarrassed. I just take the hand away. You know, when
Yeah.
he goes to touch it, I think, oh, you don't have to do that.
Yes.
But in such situation, because he doesn't know, I don't know what he's thinking.
No, but you know, your son doesn't relate this to sex, because we are the ones that make this sex, because he doesn't have the words for sex, but he feels
Something.
You know, he feels something, and it feels nice maybe, so then he keeps on feeling it. The moment you kind of grab his hand and put it away, and you are shocked about it, then it gets something to be ashamed of. Whereas, you know, we like to teach our children that they don't masturbate in public. You know, we like to teach them that, you know, it's not generally okay to masturbate in public. But your son maybe doesn't have the ability to learn or to know that. But still, you can, as a parent, you can stay relaxed about it. You know, and not, because if you are like,
don't do it.
don't do it.
Oh, this is not done.
Then
Don't do that.
he might as well feel the feeling of shame, you know.
Okay,
Whereas
there is
if you
something
stay
bad.
relaxed by yourself and you say, oh, I see you're touching your penis, we don't do that in public, and you just take his hand away relaxed. And then at home, maybe, you know, if you see that he does that, don't close the diaper immediately, or don't, you know, take it away immediately. But maybe if he can stay alone, you just put him to his bedroom and say, okay, I can see just name it. I can see you're playing with your penis. We don't do that in public, in a relaxed voice. I'll leave you in the bedroom for a while. And then after a while you come and you close the diaper or whatever you were doing. Or if he can't stay alone, you just turn the wheelchair or the bed or wherever he is in. So you don't see it and you explain it to him again, but in a relaxed voice. You know, because the moment you kind of feel very shocked about it and you're panicking, the child feels it.
Yeah, this is big because you don't know what he's thinking, and you think you have to stop him from doing that because he just can't do that also when you are outside with him, and then you just, and it's so embarrassing, and you just try to take the hand off. But you are telling me he also have feelings, so you have to give him the room
to do so.
To
explore. And you are the one, even though he can't voice it.
Yeah.
You know, you are the one who gives him the information about it. And you know, the moment you are relaxed about it, he feels you're relaxed about it. The moment you're panicky about it, he will feel the panic. You know, and it will feel as something negative, which you don't want, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he should masturbate everywhere in public. Don't get me wrong, you know. But I think the most important part is to act relaxed, even if you feel embarrassed, even if you think, oh my God, what's happening, you know. Try to, you know, breathe in and try to voice it in a very relaxed way. Because then he feels, okay, it's not allowed maybe here, but my mom is not panicking.
Yeah.
You know, because even though he is, he has special needs, he is a person with feelings, and apparently he is exploring his body parts.
Yeah.
And also children of 2 years old, 1 year old, they sometimes get an erect penis. They sometimes touch their penis, you know, or their genitals in general. and we think, oh my, are they already thinking about sex? No, they're not thinking about sex. They just feel something nice.
Okay, so we immediately think about, oh, this is something to do with sex.
Yes.
And it has to stop.
Yes. But it's just a nice feeling, probably, because they don't have the words for sex.
In your practice, how do you deal with, like, maybe kids with special needs who are just, he's walking, he's, like an autistic, and all these feelings are coming up?
The moment you don't educate and they come into a situation where there is a sexual feeling or someone is trying to do something sexual to them, they don't know what they like, they don't know what is appropriate, they don't know what their boundaries are. If you don't educate them, they can never make their own choice. You know, if you have a child who is autistic and you tell them about the body parts, but you also tell them, you know, sex or intimacy is something nice, you know, you can enjoy it, but you enjoy it with someone you love, you know, and only if you want to, and if you feel, even if you feel a bit, I don't want it, you can always say no, you know, but you are also allowed to discover what the great range of, you know, sexuality and intimacy is, because I think it's not only about having penetration or anything else. It's also about intimacy and hugging with someone, kissing with someone. And not everybody feels like having full-blown sex. Sometimes only hugging is already very nice. But then if you never taught a child about how body can react and how you know whether you like something or you don't like something, and they come into a situation, maybe things will happen that they don't want.
Yeah.
Or they do stuff because people ask them to do things they don't want. And if you educate them, they're also secure of themselves
Yeah.
in the social relationship. And you also tell them your worth.
Yeah.
You're worth to be here, and you're also worth to maybe try to have a relationship with someone, just a friendship relationship, but you can maybe even have like a love relationship, but you're worth, and your body is something worth.
So we need to find a way to communicate with them and let them know that we are aware that there's something like this and you can feel like this. How do you help these people? Because they can't have normal relationships.
Well, that's
Is it-
an assumption. I think they can't have normal relationships.
Like somebody, like if I come back to my own in a practical way, and I can see can have erections.
He can't have a love relationship like we experience, and we also don't know whether he would like to have a relationship because he can't explain to us.
Exactly.
Okay, so the thing with your son, I think you can only give him the room to explore his body in a way he likes. And if you think that his behavior is very influenced by his sexual needs, which sometimes happens that you see people get very frustrated because they can't come, then you can always try to find a sex worker specifically for this
What is that?
audience. Well, there's a few organizations in the Netherlands that provide sex workers, especially for people with special needs. They need to be above 18, obviously. And it doesn't always have to be a whole sexual experience. Sometimes I hear these sex workers are only there to hug or to lay down with someone in bed. It's always a question if there's always a conversation, what you like, what would you want, stuff like that.
And they are trained
They're trained.
to come into your home,
Yes.
and you leave them alone with your child for them to, oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe, and I'm not saying that everybody should do this, but I think it is a possibility.
There's a possibility.
So to also have a very safe place, right? Because it's a professional, who knows something about people with a disability. They discuss everything from back to forth, and so it's also a very safe place to experience a sexual relationship, right? But I think if you have a child with a bit less special needs than your son, so someone who can maybe speak, but maybe functions at an age of 12 or something. There is all kinds of books for this group of people. You can always go to your GP to discuss it and to ask where you can go, and you can also look at some websites. In the end of the movie, we have some websites. There's also websites that the people themselves can go on to find some information, some movies about how your body works or stuff like that. But I think the most important part is to be normal about it and especially just explain how the body works, and that it's also your body. Because we see with children with special needs, if they live at home, but also if they live outside the home, maybe in an institution, their body is not really private anymore, because everybody is bathing them, changing diapers, going to the toilet, all these things, and it's all a practical way of touching someone, because something needs to be done. But also your body is not really private anymore. So I think especially with this group of people, it's very important to discuss that it's your body. you know, and you also have the right to decide.
So in the institutions, yeah, how do you handle situations like this when somebody's masturbating, or you can see that he's, yeah, play with his body? And I mean, how do you handle those cases?
Well, so I think even the formal carers are sometimes very hesitant to speak about sexuality because it's a
Yeah.
very difficult subject
yeah.
with this group of people. So I think I would give them the same advice. You know, if someone is masturbating in the living room, you know, you don't panic, but you try to get them to their room, like in
Yeah.
a relaxed way. And I think the moment, you know, two people living in one house are attracted to each other, there needs to be a conversation and not we'll just put one away, you know,
Yeah.
because maybe
You're
otherwise something
afraid
would
that-
happen. You know, and also for parents whose children are in institution, I would like to say, you know, if a formal carer comes to you and say, I think, you know, they're falling in love or something, don't say, oh, they have to move. No,
Yeah.
but say, let's have a conversation about this and let's see. Also ask them what would they like, you know, or what do they feel and where do they feel it. Maybe they feel a little butterfly in their stomach when they see the other person. Why won't you, you know, you want your child to be happy, you know, and a good relationship with your body and sexual health is very important to also have a happy life and feel secure in yourself.
I think we deprive them from these things because we think, yeah, this we don't go there, but maybe we are also, yeah, maybe person is being hurt, and you know, yeah, maybe, yeah, my parents don't really care about this, but I'm feeling something.
Yes.
So it's good to talk to them about it, as you are
Yes.
saying.
Because otherwise they think I can't feel this.
I can't feel this. Yeah, I'm not supposed to feel this.
I can't have relationships. I can't be happy like that.
About
No.
relationships, is there a site or is there a place that can help these people to also have kind of a relationship with
Yes,
people
so
with
in
their
the end of the
own,
movie, I have some websites, like dating websites for
Dating websites,
friendships,
yeah.
but also for love relationships.
Yeah.
And on these dating websites, you have to pay a little fee, of course, but then they can even provide support during the date. You know, because if two people meet for
Yeah.
a date, usually you're together.
Yeah.
You know, but if you have special needs and you're mentally disabled, for instance, then sometimes it's nice if someone else is there, but not your mom. You know, but someone else
Yeah.
who supports you through the conversation.
Okay.
Because, you know, maybe you don't know what to ask or how to ask, or maybe it's silent and then you get stressed out, and which happens us if we go to dates.
Yeah.
But if you have special needs, it might be even more difficult.
Yeah.
So then it's nice if someone else can come, you know, kind of a dating coach,
Yeah.
to provide a safe environment for everybody.
It's also possible for them to maybe want to have kids.
Yes.
Maybe they don't understand it, but maybe parents think, oh, I would like to have a grandchild because, yeah.
I think the children question is always a very difficult conversation, which
Yeah.
I don't want to be completely black and white in,
Yeah.
because I think you should look at it from case to case. But also, I think education is the key word. You know, you also as a parent, if you think, oh, it would be nice to have a grandchild, look into the information there is about children with a disability having children. You know, it's usually it's very difficult for someone with a disability, like especially if you have a severely mental disability, for instance, or it's very difficult to raise a child then. And then there needs to be a lot of more support. But I think education about how it is to look after a child and stuff like that makes people make good choices. You know, so I think nowadays you also have this doll that acts like a baby. They sometimes give it to women with a mental disability to take care of for 2 days to see how it is to look after a child. In general, you could probably say that taking care of a child when you yourself can't take care of yourself is maybe not the best idea.
Do you have these challenges in your work sometimes?
I've had those challenges in my work, you know, these questions about, you know, and I can also understand the feeling of wanting to be a mom, you know, it's something to take care of. But I think it's very difficult to comprehend what it is to be a mom. You know, it was already difficult for me to comprehend, I would say. You know, and I think it also really depends on the special needs, because I think if you have an autism spectrum disorder, it's not necessarily said that you can't take care of a child. I would say that's might not even be the worst problem. But I think educating and really look at the consequences of a choice like that makes people aware and also gives a ground to make a good decision which suits the situation. But I think educating before they get pregnant is very, very important, especially, you know, also that's why you need to talk about sex with them, because they need to know that if you don't protect yourself, you might get pregnant. You know, and you don't want to find out your daughter is pregnant because she didn't know how it happened. You know, or if you have a child that, you know, walks, speaks and everything, then you can also draw a body, you know, and then say, you know, what this part is and that part. Oh, and this is a woman and this is a man, you know, and these are your knees and this is the penis. And, oh, a woman doesn't have a penis. You know, she has a vagina. You know, you don't have to start immediately at the sex thing. You know, you can start with the bodies and then explain that people fall in love, you know, and what does it mean to fall in love and what do you feel when you fell in love. You once fell in love as well. You talk about your own experience. And maybe you tell, oh, I like to hug when I fell in love, or I like to kiss, you know. You don't have to explain immediately how they should have sex. You know, or can have sex.
You just have to bring it out to let them know you are aware that they can have those feelings. And it's okay.
And if you have questions, you're always welcome. You know.
The person can't talk, you can use drawing and things also to communicate with that.
And if you don't want to do it yourself as a parent, you can always ask a formal carer. You can ask at your GP whether there is someone who can have this conversation with your child. If you really don't feel comfortable, I always tell that the moment you really don't feel comfortable about it, your child also feels it. You know. Then try to find someone else who can have this conversation.
Where do you go for help in such situations?
Well, you can always go to a sexuologist, but I would always say go to the GP first and ask where you can go. Like a consultatiebureau and, GGD and school doctors, and they also have knowledge and they maybe know people in the neighborhood where they can go. You can always call the general number of Markant and ask for me.
Okay.
And then I can look up what I could do for you. So I think there's plenty of options.
Okay. So it's on the screen. You want to reach out to Vinky to talk about this, because we don't talk about this, viewers. I know, Mantle Zoricus, we don't talk about this. I remember when I went to my son's school to tell them, hey, I've seen that he has erection. They were, we know, but you are the first parent who has come out openly to talk about this. And then they gave me a contact who helped me how to deal with it. It's there, whether we talk about it or not, it's there. GAM TV, we break taboos. This taboo has to be broken. That's why we have our guest today, who said that it can be discussed and you can have the help that you need. Winky, what's your last word or your advice to Mantle Zoricus?
I would say don't make it a taboo. Try to talk about it. Try to talk to other parents about it.
Yeah.
And also your advice to go to the school is also very good advice. But I think sexual health is very important for yourself, but also for your children, even if they have a disability. You can make their life more fulfilled.
More fulfilled.
Yeah.
Sexual health is more important. They have special needs. This also one of the very important special needs. We shouldn't take that away from them. We need to educate them. We need to embrace it, because it's something that has to be talked about. Thank you very much. My name is Veronica van der Kamp, Mantle Zoric Ambassador, your host, and I've been speaking to
Wieke Hengeveld.
We have more to bring you, because it's time for the Mantle Zoric. See you next time.
Yes. Hey. For God so loved the world, He gave His begotten.
To my papa, Efra, so bra, na would drown down, na would show dear, na ordinary Susie stuffing. Susie stuffing, and now, oh yeah, wait.
Oh, that's it.
Ma membesa wa asam kakra irisi wodan fofra odawa komada no Kingsworld Furniture nsi inyi haubiara Kingsworld Furniture ye dance biara na last stop tiles plastic non wooden ceilings burglar proof aluminium doors aluminium windows kitchen cabinets abua papa non tokra nyinara ebinya bi wo Kingsworld Furniture say asam dawiye say pede yesi wodan na yesiesim ye furniture fittings na zinhinara zamaoza Fred 02491911139 and also 02081800041. Say ewo Amsterdam no Frekin and Mr. Arthur was 0031-685-808388 and also share your website www.kingsworldfurniture.com. Ibo hu Kingsworld Furniture wa Putweja Lake Road, Kingsworld Furniture. perfect finishing.